All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. I was just watching some of the apostles' old videos, right, and it made me something that they said put a smile on my face, man. And what they was basically going into is how we're gonna have those scepters, and that we're gonna be able to get these Edomites, man. And I just was thinking like of how funny it's gonna be for these Edomites to actually understand, to actually like like it's real funny, man. Like the thought that these Edomites actually think they're not going to get, that we're not going to get justice for what's happened to us, but we're actually going to get exactly that. We actually are going to get justice, but they think in their mind that we're not going to. This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. But that which you have already, hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as a vessel of as the vessels of a potter shall be broken to shivers, even as I've received of my father. So that's talking about the Israelites, man. Like, I don't understand where all this talk about salvation being for everybody is coming from, when it's clear as day that some people are going to be under this type of treatment. So if some people are going to be under this type of treatment, how is salvation for everybody? I don't get it. And who are the nations that are going to be ruled over? Who are those nations? Because I know that it specifically mentions that Israelites are going to be ruling over their oppressors. And it specifically mentions that Israelites are going to be in slavery. And was also going to be taken out of it. But where are all these other nations? Like, who are these nations that are going to be ruled over with a rod of iron, man? Everyone else outside of the Israelites, obviously. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So all the Israelites scattered all over the earth are going to be gathered back. And proof of that is in Jeremiah the 20, you know what? Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all country where I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Now, these are the things that put a smile on your face as an Israelite, man, knowing that you're not just going to be living in whatever type of house you're living in. You might be living in a 3-bed house, right? You might be living in a 2-bed house. You might be living in a 1-bed house. You might be living in a shared apartment where you've just got a room, and then you share with strangers, and the strangers keep changing continually. You might be living in that kind of situation, but ultimately, you're going to get taken back to your own land. So whatever living situation you got right now, that don't matter, man. Because you've got land waiting for you in Israel. Among not only your own brethren, but also among your own tribe, man. You've got land waiting for you. You've got an inheritance over there that's yet to be decided, or has already been decided for you. We've just got to get it, man. We've just got to stay to the end to get it, to receive it. Isaiah, and not get tagged, man, with that mark. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Now, Esau right now is living recklessly, man. Like the oppression that he's putting on people, the things that he's telling people to do. If you want to get a job, you've got to do this. If you want to come out your house, you've got to do that. If you want to be able to, go into my store, you've got to wear this, right? That's how he's doing people right now. He's an oppressor, but he never thought in his mind that he was ever going to be oppressed, man. And it's hilarious that he's going to receive that, and no other method, no other belief system on this earth, there's no other way for us to get justice as Israelites outside of the scriptures, man, outside of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. If you're trying to claim that you're black and talking about some justice, well, you're accepting that you've got to pretty much pull off a miracle, because they've got nuclear missiles and they've got like a 400 plus year advantage over you that you're gonna have to overcome. Which is that it is ultimately damn near impossible. But it's not impossible when you consider that you're an Israelite and you've got Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and that Yahweh controls them, you know. Then it's easy to overcome that. Then it's easy, man. Salakia, 1 second. Salakia, someone I had a knock. Salakia, it's not relevant to the lesson anyway, but yeah, these I forgot where I was now. These Edomites ultimately don't think that they're gonna be punished for the things that they've did, but they are, man. All right, they are gonna be punished, and that's things that put a smile on our face. That's things that puts a smile on our face to know that we're gonna receive justice for the things that we've gone through. We're gonna receive justice, man. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. There's no justice there's no justice for us as a people dealing in this world. They'll think they've helped you because they give you some universal credit or something like that, man. They'll think they helped you because they give you some food stamps. They think that all the slavery that your people went over and went through can be smoothed over with some food stamps or with a job. That they pick and choose what industries you can work in. Because if you're trying to work in the industries that really make real money, they're like, nah, we're gonna have to stop you from doing that. You better dance, sing, or rap or something like that. We ain't trying to let you go into our industries, you know. They ain't trying to hear that. But with the scriptures and through Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, then we can. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for Yahweh to save us out of this world, man. This world that makes us be oppressed by all. You know, in this world, in this world as an Israelite, you don't have no power as a man. You can get a job and all of this stuff. Yeah, you can get a bit of money, right? You can get some women or whatever, but the women ain't really rocking with you the right way as what they're supposed to rock with you as a son of God. You don't get the respect that a son of God gets in this world. So we might have certain things to where we can like elevate ourselves and all of this, but ultimately, this world is not for us. We're waiting for the next one to come. We're waiting for the next one to come, man. Let me get this. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So Esau is going to end all of this. He's ruling right now, and he's the end of this place. He's going to cause for nuclear missiles to be flying in the sky. And once that world ends, we're going to be next up. We're the beginning of that world. Let me read it again. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're next up, man. We're going to be the next up, and our kingdom is never going to have an end. But I just was like, that video put a big smile on my face, man, to hear what they said, man, about how we're gonna get justice for what's happened to us. But Esau, in his mind and in his pride, he never thought that could ever happen. Let me read this. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 12. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and we've drunken, man. We've drunken of that. We've had a single shot, a double shot, a triple, a quadruple, whatever it is when you say 5, you know. We've had all of that. We drank it until the cup was empty. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it, man. Esau thought in his mind that he wasn't going to go for it, but he is, man. And to get to see that look on his face is going to be, oh man, that's going to be an honor for men that have worked to deserve that, man. That's going to be a real honor to really get to see that look on his face, man. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 16. For all those men that are worthy to get to see that look on Esau's face when he really realizes that he's done for. that is gonna be a hill that that memory is gonna be like grained in their mind forever, man. The day when he knew it was over. Isaiah the 14 and verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? So that's what people are going to be looking at him like once he's been taken down, once he's the captive, once he's the oppressed. Whereas right now, they look at us like we're nothing. But that's so good, man, because this is ultimately us being punished by our Father. But any father that punishes a son always has mercy on the father on earth. And it's also going to be the same done when Yahweh does it in heaven. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.